and welcome to JoyNews Interactive. We're coming to you live from digital address GA 0992539 in Kumimula Crown on DSTV channel 421 and GoTV channel 144 on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. We're JoyNews on TV. Check out our YouTube stream. It's JoyNews Live. You can also get all the latest stories on myjoyonline.com. My name is Pokuase CBD and this is JoyNews Interactive. I'll be back after this. Now, there was a video on social media showing two people pounding fufu at night at the Pokuase Interchange. Next to them in the video appears to show some people actually waiting to buy and be served their fufu. This visual went viral with many social media users expressing shock. If you haven't seen it, let's check it out. Now that video was trending. A lot of people were just like, oh, but how? Boss, why would you pound fufu at the Pokuase Interchange in the middle of the night? What is that? But Daniel Dadzi on Prime Morning spoke to engineer Abdullah Muhammad, a civil engineer, about the effects of the pounding on the infrastructure.
I think it is a very awkward exercise because every vibration in a structural element has its own effect. But I want to say that this one would cause any damage to the bridge. But it is a very absurd activity to be carried out by. That is to tell us where the indiscipline has got into in this country. You cannot even decide to go and undertake such a process on activity on the highway. See, the constant pounding of the fufu would have an effect in that small area. But you know, when the process, the ongoing construction started, there is what we call the you see this machine called the Dynapa compactor. We used to do satisfactory compaction to about 98%. At that stage, there will not be any additional settlement to the soil, no matter how hard the woman's pound, because her pounding or his pounding will not be that effective or about a few what do you call it, effect to the punching of the pavement. However, because they are using pavement blocks, some of the pavement blocks might not be might not have achieved the strength of the designed the strength for the pavement. You know, so the pavement starts from 15, 20, 25, 30, 40, 50 MP, depending on the purpose of it. This is pedestrian, so the pedestrian will be within the strength of 20 kilometers per meter square. So it's just not a good practice to undertake along the
Pokuase Interchange.
When people are arrested and we do not see finality to the punishment, people think that, oh, so we can also start because we don't have money to feed our kids. That's a normal thing you hear when people are being taken away from the highways, along corridors. Our children are about to go to school. They are opening school next week. You don't have it is not a system that we have to encourage.
Well, Joanna Chamel, who is a human dignity advocate, brought in the psychological aspect of the video.
It goes both ways. I always say this, that there's a thing about, you know, individuals and what people can do, but there's also what governments can do. And I always try to approach it in the way that it's either from a policy level where policy actually is able to reach the masses, but then also individual people come in from their own individual perspective. So where you take in responsibility. But I would say this one is actually both ways. We are all stakeholders of the state when it comes to certain things like how citizens are supposed to behave. This is definitely not one of them. So as stakeholders of the state, as citizens, I believe that it's mainly an issue from the people's part, or it's a citizen issue, attitude issue. But on the other hand as well, I would say it's also a leadership issue in the sense that when you look at elements like this, I'm always thinking, what are the root causes? How can someone just pick up a mortar and a pestle, pick up like a whole, coal pot or gas, whatever, and then sit by the road and then be pounding fufu? Well, I'm not sure how to take it because they are also just regular citizens, and the understanding of the law at the time would determine whether it is good news or not. I mean, nobody wants to go to jail on a regular day. So, but at least we know that steps are being taken.
Well, the 60-year-old man and his 16-year-old daughter have been arrested for operating this chopper. Now let's listen to Superintendent Alexandra Obeng.
This is a 16-year-old man and a daughter were arrested by Regional Police Commandant for committing those nuisances. They have been processed and bail to come back for further investigation. What is worrying about their behavior is that where they were found is a pedestrian walkway on the Pokuase Interchange, and during night they deployed their booking wares on a public thoroughfare and turned the place into a chop bar and do all manner of things. And it is reason that led to the arrest and subsequent processing among others. So they are known.
Have they been charged?
They have been, as I said, arrested, and the investigation is ongoing.
Right.
And they were able to reappear at the Accra Regional Police Command for further investigation.
Have they been charged? Have charges been preferred against them?
Yes, they definitely for committing these offences of interfering with public thoroughfare and posing danger to other road users, among others. Will definitely constitute many of the counts that will be preferred against them when it's time to proceed to court.
Well, that's what happened with the whole viral video of the father and daughter pounding fufu on the Pokuase Interchange. On that note, I'm going to take a quick breather. When I come back, we're talking TikTok, and Spiky Kobe Kruma joins me. We'll be back after this.